Pardon my French, y'all. But I would like to discuss the 3 rebuttals to President Trump's joint address to Congress. One of them was delivered by anti-immigrant bashing activist Astrid Silva. It was delivered in Spanish. No hablo español. I wish. I need to work on it. Another one was delivered by former Kentucky Governor Steve Beshear. And I'm just dumbfounded about the way this was handled. As I said in another message, the plate tectonics of American politics have shifted tremendously over the last 18 months. Business as usual is not good enough. And yet the Democratic leadership, gave us the usual, very uninspiring rebuttals delivered by Governor Beshear is not charismatic by any means. No offense to him, but he just isn't. His message was mostly focused on complaining that President Trump fails to unite the country. No kidding. That's exactly what he is about. He is about wedge politics. He is about dividing and to appeal to his base. So this call for common ground most likely fell in deaf ears. Now, on top of that, Governor Beshear quotes Ronald Reagan, President Reagan. And that's another thing that bugs me. He never quoted, there were some great progressive presidents in the history of the United States. The 2 Roosevelts were amazing. No, not a word about them. He quoted President Reagan's in that effort to show that we have common ground. That's strange. Donald Trump is not afraid to quote Abraham Lincoln. Why are we so afraid to quote our past leaders? I don't get it. So anyway, that leaves us with the 3rd rebuttal. The one from Our Revolution, delivered by Senator Bernie Sanders. It was inspiring, and that's what we need. We have millions of voters right now that are energized, but they want something they want a reason to care. And again, Senator Sanders showed leadership. He, for different reasons. If you look at the rebuttal, he stuck on holding President Trump's feet to the fire. President Trump promised in campaign that he wouldn't touch Social Security, that everyone would have health care, every American would have health care coverage under a new plan that would replace Obamacare. Well, Senator Sanders stayed on topic on that regard. He also pointed out the contradictions in his address. For instance, President Trump talked about caring for the environment, and Senator Sanders pointed out the fact that he appointed one of the most anti-environment head of the EPA in American history, and that his policy, his actual decisions are not in sync with what comes out of the president's mouth. What I am a little bit concerned with also is that when I woke up to NPR this morning, there were comments made about the joint presidential address to Congress, of course, the rebuttals from Governor Beshear, from Astrid Silva, not a word about Senator Sanders' rebuttal. Well, when you look at the money trail and you see who sponsors NPR, that tells you the whole story. Voila.